Gospel icon Deborah Fraser has been described as a hardworking and an effective musician. In fact, Fraser passed away yesterday at Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital after a short illness. The musician started her music career back in 1985 as a backing vocalist. Friends have arrived at her Eikenhof home in the south of Johannesburg, and that's where they're hoping to give their condolences to the Fraser family. It's also where we find our reporter Tshegohaco Moagi, who's following the story for us. She joins us now live. And Tshegohaco, what are some of the people who've arrived there had to say about this gospel star?
Well, good morning indeed. You know, the gospel star has really been described as a kind and loving person, a person who worked very hard even as she was not feeling well, but she ensured that she continued to spread the gospel music and her love for gospel music. You do know that, of course, she's an award-winning gospel artist, winning some summer awards and also the Crown Gospel Awards as well. But the family has really requested, you know, that we give them as much space as possible as they grieve the loss of not just a mother, but an aunt, a grandmother, and a friend too. And speaking about a friend, we bring in the family spokesperson now, Lungile Cele. She's been here with us and just giving us a bit details about her background and her history with Mum Deborah Fraser. Mama Lungile, just give us details. I mean, you spoke to us about your friendship with Mama Deborah, of it being a 40-year friendship. Just give us details about what you will miss about her and the relationship that the two of you had.
I'll miss the sisterhood. I'll miss her straightforwardness. I'll miss her glam. I'll miss the love for family. Everything that we shared with Deborah to be dearly missed. Just a few days before she was admitted, she was at my house. And she was screaming and shouting about the gate being open and then everything else. You know, she was just that person that always wanted the best for all of us. And I really miss that about her.
And the conversations that you've had with her children, how are they dealing and how are they trying to deal with this loss?
To them, a few minutes later, they're good. They find they're understanding. They are consoled by the words, by the prayers. A few minutes later, they're crying, screaming, and they can't believe that what's happening. Why everybody's here? Where's Ma? Why can't you bring Ma back? You know, Ma, what have you done to Ma? Why? You know, all those things. And so, based on the fact that it's still new, we can just say that emotions are very high at the moment, and it's somber. It's not easy.
Of course, you do mention that it is still very fresh, the death of Mama Deborah Fraser. Do you know at the moment, has the family had any discussions around memorial and funeral arrangements?
Yes, we will inform you guys because we want the public to be part of the mourning and part of the burial of Deborah Fraser because she lived for the communities, global community actually, not just South Africans. Deborah was a global icon.
Now, we do know that she's got a foundation as well. Tell us more about that and how you are planning to keep it alive even after her death.
Deborah has a Deborah Fraser Foundation, which caters for people in the rural area as well as people in the urban area. She has done a lot of work with orphans, especially child-headed families. That's her favorite pastime, I would say, because each time she closes, hey, this child will change. I promise you, Lungile. This child's future is brighter. This, all the time, when she sees someone, even if you look at the person and think, I lie, there's no hope, Deborah will tell you, Lana, all this child needs love and parenting. And she'll go all the way. You know, she started this thing long before my e-wallet. I remember she would be sending people to the post office. Somebody would ask her via ama letters when Abayombona came and she made it big. So Deborah will take some of her proceedings. So she took money and she would send it to the post office to people that she has never met. And fraud was less, I think, at the time. Con artists were less because we will then find out, this is the person. A person will tell you 3 years later, hey, I went to school because Mom Deborah sent me money 5 years ago. You know, things like that. So she really was dedicated and committed to the work of the community. It was also what keep us glued together because she's a philanthropist. I'm a humanitarian, so I believe in that work that she was doing.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, Mam Lungile Cele, really just giving us details about what she will remember about Deborah Fraser as a friend of more than 40 years, but also the family spokesperson here. And as you heard there, the details around the funeral and memorial services will be announced as soon as those discussions have been had.